What's up, everybody? My name is Kenneth, and I am a foreigner living in the Philippines, here today to react and learn to the strange history of the Philippine Anthem. I don't know that much about the Anthem of the Philippines. I think I've heard it once or twice. I do not know the lyrics or any of the history behind it, why this song was chosen or anything like that. Coming from Europe in Norway, we don't learn that much about the Philippines. So this is something a lot of Europeans probably have no idea about. So I think it would be interesting to sit down and watch it with you guys, learn on camera along with you guys, and see if maybe there's some really cool, interesting facts about the anthem. So yeah, guys, without further ado, let's get right into this video. Let's go.
Kaya ng pag may mang-aapi ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Pardon my voice. This is a song that has carried our history, that every time we sing it, we carry the hopes and the struggles that built our nation. And contrary to how we do it today, it was originally sung in other languages before it became Filipino.
Yet
Really?
it's something many of us sing almost every single day, so often that we sometimes forget its actual
Do you have to sing the Philippine anthem before school starts in the morning? I know some countries, they have rules like that. It's very strange to me because where I'm from in Norway, we don't do that. You never sing the anthem of the country before school starts. You don't have to stand up and like hold your chest like this or anything like that. So yeah, I think I saw a video of that here. Is that something you do in the Philippines? Let me know in the comments.
title,
No, it's not Bayang Magiliw, it's
Lupang Hinirang. Through the years,
What's the difference? Like, I don't speak Tagalog, so like, what's the difference between those two names? Why do they call it something that it's not really called?
No, it's not Bayang Magiliw, it's
Lupang Hinirang. Through the years, unity in the Philippines had always been a challenge. The country is made up of many islands, with the communities spread far apart.
But music
Right.
is a universal language, just like how we sing the same songs, or remember celebrities, or even political candidates through their catchy jingles. What better way to bring people together than through a song?
Yeah, and that is just perfect for the Philippines because Filipinos love music, they love song, they love singing. So it works for every nation having an anthem, but for the Philippines, I can imagine it really works.
Philippine Islands, known to the Spaniards as Filipinas, refers to the thousands of islands that make up the country. But when you zoom in to the people, back then, there was no real sense of national unity. Each community tended to live, survive, or fight for its own. There was no single idea of a Filipino yet. Back then, Filipino technically referred to Spaniards born in the islands, people of
Right, I learned that in the previous video that the original term of Filipinos was reserved for only Spaniards who moved to the Philippines. So the natives were not called Filipinos in the very, very beginning, but eventually they expanded it to include them. That's a really interesting fact.
Spanish descent born in the Philippines to Spanish parents. By the 1800s, the idea of a collective consciousness began to take root. Rizal and the propaganda movement gave that dream a name, independence. But while Rizal and the others argued for reforms, others planned for battle.
But Rizal didn't really want independence though, right? He just wanted to be equal with the Spanish. I saw people have told me in my comments. So that's where I got that from. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I remember that wrong. I don't know. Let me know.
The Katipunan was founded on July 7, 1892 by 6 patriots, Andres Bonifacio,
Luckily, I know what the KKK means in the Philippines. It is not the American one. It's the Katipunan, the good one.
known today as the father of the revolution. One of the Katipunan's main objectives was independence through an armed revolution. In 1896, Bonifacio's group commissioned one of its members, composer Julio Nakpil, to create a unifying anthem for the Katipunan Brotherhood titled Marangal na Dalit ng Katagalugan.
Send shivers, no? Pag
This is so interesting. So that was the first anthem of the Philippines, the first song they used to promote independence. That's very interesting. Also very interesting that they said Tagalog Nation. Did they, in the beginning, the idea was just to unite the Tagalog speaking people into one country and the rest of them wouldn't be in it? Was that like the original idea of the Katipunan? That's very interesting.
And to think this was a song that our revolutionary ancestors sang more than 120 years ago. But it's important to note that while the song is in Tagalog and it mentions Katagalugan, the Katipuneros use the term Katagalugan to refer to the entire archipelago, not just ethnic Tagalogs. And the recording that we just heard isn't
Okay, so that was used as a name for the entirety of the islands. That makes sense. Okay, so it was for everybody.
the exact 1896 version because the original version was destroyed during 1945 in the Battle of Manila.
What?
The original version was recording that we just heard isn't the exact 1896 version because the original version was destroyed during.
What does that mean though, destroyed? How was the original destroyed? Like the text, like the lyrics, or the recording of the singing? What are they talking about here? Is there missing lyrics and we have no idea what the original lyrics were? Like the text is missing? That is so interesting.
1945 in the Battle of Manila. Julio Nakbil, the composer, survived the war and in his 80s reconstructed this song from his memory. So that
Wow. So he was the only one who knew this song existed. And he used his memory to recreate it, but it's probably not going to be perfect the way it used to be, right? He probably missed or misremembered some things, unfortunately. So we don't know what the original song was like. That is so crazy. How does that happen? How is there only one copy? Why wouldn't there be like 20 copies? At least in different locations throughout the country. How does that happen? Please explain to me in the comments.
modern recording is the one that's born out of his reconstruction. Sadly, we may never hear the song as exactly how it was.
Wow.
Regardless, the song had a short life.
It's still good though, the new one he made. It's a good song. It's a good song. I like listening to it.
In the Katipunan. Political twists and internal conflicts soon followed. As the revolution went on, Emilio Aguinaldo, through a series of events, rose to lead the revolutionary government, overruling Andres Bonifacio. Andres and his brother Procopio were later executed, an event that remains one of the most
This really shocked me when I learned about this. I have another video about this on my channel. If you haven't seen that, you should check that out.
controversial in Philippine history.
So in June 1898, Aguinaldo commissioned a new anthem from another great composer and patriot, Julian Felipe. Felipe was tasked with creating the piece, and just a few days later, he played his newly composed march on the piano.
Here we have it.
Surely, Felipe did a better job at playing the piano than I did, so Aguinaldo adopted it on the spot and instructed Felipe on June 11, 1898 to teach it to the San Francisco de Malabon Band.
And on June 12, 1898, history's spotlight once again turned to Kawit Cavite. For the very first time, the march was played in public as the very first Philippine flag
Can you imagine
was also
hearing
being
that?
waved on Aguinaldo's balcony. Side by side, the anthem and the flag were born into the world. The
So
moment
cool.
we now remember as the proclamation of Philippine independence.
Wow.
But it had no lyrics yet.
Julian Felipe's work, originally
right.
titled Marcha Filipina Magdalo, named after Aguinaldo's faction, which was later renamed into Marcha Nacional Filipina, is said to be also inspired from two other national anthems from Europe, none other than Spain's Marcha Real and France's La Marseillaise.
Right, I recognize the marcha part from the Spanish one. I thought that's where they got that.
Do you hear any similarities?
Yeah. I lived in Spain for a short period of my life, so I knew the Spanish anthem. So I did actually hear this. I didn't mention it, but I did actually hear the similarity with the Spanish one. In the name and in the actual song too. Less so with the French one, but I guess you can hear a little bit.
About a year later, Jose Palma, already sickly but still contributing to the cause in his own way, wrote a Spanish poem titled Filipinas, later published in a newspaper in the section of La Independencia on September 3, 1899, and set...
Was that a legal newspaper? Just quickly, I want to address this. Like La Independencia. I mean, it's clearly wanting independence. Was this a legal newspaper?
to Felipe's March as the lyrics.
Tierra dorada, hija del sol de oriente, su fuego ardiente en ti latiendo está. Tierra de amores, del heroísmo cuna, los invasores no te hollarán jamás.
But after fighting one
Wow.
empire, the Philippines was about to face another, the United
Right.
States of America. The Philippine-American War ended the First Republic's hopes, and the U.S. established colonial rule.
During the Commonwealth era, as English was being widely taught in schools and institutions, an English version of the anthem called the Philippine Hymn, translated by Camilo Osaya.
That's such a generic name. Maybe it's just because it's in English, but I like the March of the Philippines. That's cool. You know, him could think of a better name, era.
And an American educator named Mary Lane. This English version of the anthem was made official for the Philippine Commonwealth.
Land of the morning, child of the sun returning, with fervor burning, thee do our souls adore. Land dear and holy, cradle of noble heroes, ne'er shall invaders trample thy sacred shore.
Ironically, during the Japanese
Wow.
occupation, a popular Tagalog version called Diwa ng Bayan appeared in the 1940s, still using Julian Felipe's March.
However, another wartime patriotic composition
Well, I want to hear all of that. So good, man. I love listening to that song.
commissioned under the puppet government of the Philippines at that time.
Wow.
Titled Awit sa Paglikha ng Bagong Pilipinas, a Tagalog
Wow.
piece intended
So this was made by the Japanese, or they made them make it, or something like that.
to completely replace Felipe's March.
Wow. For me, all these songs are so good. Like, I'm getting goosebumps. Really good songs.
After World War II in 1945 and the return of independence in 1946, Tagalog
Real independence now, not even under the Americans. I wonder what happened now. The Tagalog became the national language.
increasingly became the foundation of the national language, continuing from Manuel Quezon's Commonwealth era. A Tagalog version called O Sintang Lupa circulated in the late 1940s and was made official in 1948. A few years later, under President Magsaysay, another Filipino version of the anthem was commissioned, titled Lupang Hinirang. It made its official debut on May 26, 1956, with minor revisions continuing into the 1960s. But then, its words were finally secured into law by Republic Act 8491 in 1998, the famous Flag and Heraldic Code of the Philippines.
And this 1960s version, with all its revisions, is what we sing almost every day as our official national anthem.
However, Republic Act 8491 requires that the anthem should be sung only in its original Filipino lyrics.
So this is by law, like you're not legally allowed to sing it in other languages. Is that how that works?
The official language meant to represent all Philippine languages. Yet many point out that those lyrics are still heavily rooted in Tagalog. This raises a debate. If Filipino is supposed...
Yeah, it should be like a Cebuano version maybe, right? What do you guys think about that? Or like, not just Cebuano, of course, like different versions for all the, at least the major languages, like the 7-8 major ones. It's fine to have like one which you like sing at like international sports events, and that could be the Tagalog one or the Filipino one. But having different versions sung locally, I don't see why that would be a problem. I don't know. Let me know what you think.
To embody a fusion of all Philippine languages, shouldn't the anthem be allowed in other mother tongues people actually use every day?
Inireklamo po ang lokal na pamahalaan ng Misamis Oriental dahil yan sa pag-awit nila ng Lupang Hinirang, hindi sa wikang Pilipino, kundi sa wikang Bisaya.
Regardless, many local translations already exist in other Philippine languages. Ilocano,
That makes sense.
Kapampangan, Cebuano or Bisaya, though they are not recognized for official use.
Just like our flag, our national anthem was born out of battle, out of literally blood, sweat, and tears. Today, it might be just a routine part of schools and institutions. But looking back at...
Yeah, so it's a routine part of school and institutions, he said. I don't know what that means, but at least in school, you sing it before the class starts. It's really interesting.
Its origins, we can feel proud of our shared history and the layered way our national identity was sung into being.
There you go. And that's the end of the video. Really good video. It's by Jonas Tayaban. I think we've seen 1 or 2 videos from this channel before. It's a really good channel. So definitely check out Jonas. He did a great job making this video. I really enjoyed reacting to this. I learned a lot of history I did not know. Like they took inspiration from the European anthems. I had no idea about that. And all the history, the first one, all the different versions. And the one that went missing, like I want to know more about that. Anyway, let me know in the comments if you have some information to fill me in with. That would be good. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this type of content, I make daily videos of me reacting to the Philippines, culture, music, history, anything, you name it. So if that's up your alley, then please subscribe. And I'll keep making more content for you guys. And if you have a video you want me to watch, let me know in the comments also. You can link the video. And if I end up reacting to it, then I will credit you in the video for giving me the suggestion. Alright guys, thanks for listening and thanks for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.